Hi, I'm going to talk you through to some of the details of the Impatient application. Let's start with the admin application to see how a day of a staff member will start. Let's sign in Jules and see what his session for today looks like, because that is what it is. The list is just showing all the appointments that are in today, and it's an exact copy of the list that is residing in the servlet. The servlet is of course the guard, and the same list will be consulted by the patient application, which we will see later. Okay, let's insert a patient and put a patient under treatment. You just have to push the icons and then the status of the patient change. The status is in fact a separate enumeration which is a member variable of the patient object. So when we check in people, it goes like this. But when the patient checks in from his own app, you will see, of course, this happening here. There are selectors to move people up and down the queue, like for example this. This is something that the queue won't allow, because after patients under treatment, the people that are checked in have priority. So we wait for the polling, and when the polling is done, we see these people moved again to have a decent queue. When we put the plus button, we are going to insert a patient. So, for example, somebody calls and has to be inserted inside the session. We do the plus, and then we have the patient list. The patient list is the complete list of all the patients. It is, as you can see, not scrollable. It is very impossible because there's maybe 500 in that list. So there's a search function which is backed by a cursor adapter. So when, for example, we do November 11, you see there's all the people for 11 November. And when we do November, now well, let's take a name. Let's find Mr. or Mrs. Jones, and then we see the Joneses. And in the same way, you can search for a medical records ID or something like that. So let's insert Mrs. Carmela Jones, and you see her being inserted inside the list. Let's see how that goes in the other application. Well, the other application is still in the modus of another patient being checked in, so we're going to sign in again, and we see that this person is Mr. Gaby Yamamoto. She is checked out, but she has an appointment for today. In the meantime, look at the borders. The borders are an indication of the status of the patient, so that is convenient. And when you look closely, you see that the borders are animated. Ooh, animation. Let's check a little about runtime configuration changes. Return the device. Oh, that's nice. The animation is still running, and we have no crash. Oh, that's such a nuisance. Crashes because of things like that. So we're going to check Mr. Yamamoto in, see what what's happening here. There's polling going on all the time. She has to wait 40 minutes, and that's too bad. That's long. So maybe she could take a delay and have a coffee to make it a little bit more comfortable for her. So, and she can push the button that she's back. Okay. When we go to the admin app, we have to see where this Mrs. Yamamoto is. Yes, there she is. She has a late appointment. She will not be moved forward. Well, we can do that by hand, but the program is just putting the first two available people at the front. But you can see that she has a waiting time. This is to prevent a rush on checking in, and to prevent that the appointment time becomes useless. Well, because that is the problem of queuing. When the first one in is the first one to be treated, it has no sense anymore to make an appointment. You just say the appointment is at 5 o'clock and you check in at 9 o'clock, and then you will be helped. Okay. Well, let's do some crazy stuff and put another person under treatment. Mr. Anwudiwe. Oh, program won't allow and supposes he is available but not under treatment. So we can check him out again. And that works like this. Say that Mr. Ewo has to take a phone call and is delayed. What's going to happen then? Well, it's only 8 minutes and it's maybe a little bit too soon to delay. So Mr. Ewo is moved a little bit backwards to make sure that there's always two available people at the front of the queue. And of course, this algorithm could be changed, but I've chosen it to do it this way. All right. We can put our Mrs. Yamamoto under treatment. We can remove Miss Dumay and put Miss Yamamoto under treatment. It's looking a bit weird now, but the program will put people under treatment at the front. And 22 minutes, I don't believe it. So we wait until it's coordinated. Yes, that makes more sense with a treatment time of 15 minutes. Let's check some more people in, see what's happening. Yes, that's a pity for Mr. Ewo. He remains checked in, and it will not become more than this 43 minutes, because now the priority of available people, it's just 2, so it can cost you at the most 45 minutes, 30 minutes. Miss Yamamoto is under treatment, so let's look how that looks in her app. Miss Yamamoto, it says it's your turn now. Don't forget to make a new appointment. Of course, there's a notification in the notification bar. When the app is down, she gets a sound. We don't have it here. So she has to make a new appointment. Well, let's do that. We select her and go to the third activity, appointments. The original one was November 9. We just click the one, we say 2 days further. Now the time picker comes, say, oh, well, that's a strange time. 11 November, and let's say 3:30 in the afternoon. And okay, that's to write it in the server. And then we can remove her, put another patient under treatment. Yes, times already have changed again. Well, Mr. Iwu is ready with his phone call. And Miss Yamamoto has no appointment, but her new appointment is in her app. Let's check some weird features. We have a settings screen in which we can change the treatment time and the amount of machines. This should be done by a super admin, because when you change the settings, the server will have to rerun the session and all the patients' statuses are lost then. So you really should protect this. But this was coming up later, and therefore it's not secured yet. Let's change our settings to 3 minutes treatment time and 2 machines. Look how they function. Confirm this and go back to our activity. The activity will be reset now. The activity is reset. Everybody is checked out now at the moment, but we have more machines now. Well, let's do it with 2 machines, 2 people under treatment, and check some people in and see what's going to happen. So what have we got more? We have a help screen, which is always nice for people that are new with the app. It is with a zoom out page transformer, animated. But you have the opportunity to look a bit around in the app when you're unsure about what's happening. So, I think we know a lot now. I'll thank you for watching, and we will terminate this session. Bye.